Matt here with Mobile Solar Consulting. Today we're going to show you how to fish the inverter cables from your front bay to the main panel. Today we're looking at a Brinkley Z3610, which is a little bit different. We'll also talk about how to do it on several of the other models as well. We're going to start in the front storage bay. This is where our inverter is getting installed. So looking into here, we've got a hole from the factory on this bottom left side, as well as the bottom right side. Now you could use either of these, but we don't like to get too close to the hydraulics, and there wasn't much room left in the factory hole on the far left. So we went ahead and drilled our own, primed the metal, and used trim lock to make sure the wires don't scratch against the bare metal. Once you've got that, your one buddy is going to stand at this end and feed the fish tape through that hole in the metal, while the other person goes underneath the Brinkley and locates the factory installed kind of hole in the underbelly. This is an access point, so there's usually a screw you'll have to take out, and then just some Velcro to drop down. So once you're here, you can stick your whole head up in here with the flashlight, and you can almost see the hole that you've drilled in the front storage bay. So you know, just stick your head up in here with a flashlight and look for your friend's fish tape. Pull it out, tape a leader line, or paracord is what we use. Tape it to the fish tape, and once it's taped nice and securely, your friend can pull it back through. So now, zooming out, we've got a fish tape, or a paracord in this case, from the front storage bay to the midway point, or the access point underneath the RV's underbelly. In most cases, most Brinkleys, you're almost done. You shoot up from that access point and you're in the pass-through, which is right here on this Brinkley. We've got our paracord right in there. And on most Brinkley models, the main panel is going to be just on the other side of that pass-through. Right there, you'd be able to access it. But in this case, we've got the Z3610 today. It's got a bedroom right here, and the main panel's not till right here. So what you're gonna do now, in this case, unscrew the main panel so you can see where the wires go down into the underbelly. So you can see right here, there's a big hole in the RV, right? I can stick my hand through and I'm in the underbelly right there. So taking some measurements, that's, come over here for a second, and we can see this is in line with the front axle, and we can measure about how far in that main panel is. So then we'll crawl underneath, and I can take the camera here. We'll just cut a very small hole in the underbelly, and same method. So you're gonna have your friend shove the fish tape through here, and you're gonna stand at that access point, poke your head up in there with a flashlight and look for his fish tape. So now you've got another wire, another paracord from here to your access point. So then, just a matter of tying your SOOW cable to the paracord and then pulling it to the right places in your RV. So we're not going to cover how to actually connect the wires to the main panel. If you need help with that, you can contact us or maybe find another one of our videos, but this should show you how to pull the cords through. So notice as I prepare to tape the wires, I've offset the cables so that only one has to poke through any hole in the RV at a time. Makes it a little easier to fish, and the paracord has a knot in the end so it doesn't slip right through the tape. It's got something to catch on the end there. So now I'm just gonna heavily tape these wires together and to the paracord. And installer's choice here if you want to put a little bit of split loom or mesh loom over top of these wires. Personally, we're not going to do that because the underbelly is pretty well protected, and this is SOW cable, which has got a ton of very thick insulation on it, as well as we've got braided HDMIs and USBs. Apply some lube to the wires to make them slip through a bit easier. So now Jake's gonna go, I'm gonna feed this up through, and Jake is gonna pull from the main panel end. We're starting obviously at the halfway point here, so we're gonna fish half of the cable that way and half of it this way.